私が幸せじゃなかったら、満たされてなかったら、こんな物語は書けないよ。なのに、忘れてごめんね。
神様の声、空気力学、ギリギリの場所に立ち見上げる世界で生まれた言葉、空を埋め尽くすよ。さあ吐き出せ世界を作り直すんだ。空の青、水に変わり溺れる人々。
遥か遠く続く果てなき道、小さな笑顔守る、すべて捧げて心重なる、言葉より強い絆に染め上げてゆく、一つになることで記憶をたどる追憶の旅、続けてあらゆることを受け止めるから、言葉はいらないの、それは永遠に。
桜舞う夜にもう一度夢を見よう。現実を脱ぎ捨て花になろう。遥かな風のささやき、耳を澄ませばほら。Amatsutsumi.
Hello, and welcome back. And we are now in the final stretch. So let's get started with today's read through. I'm actually very excited. So in the previous upload we chose kill her. So now we're gonna do ... I wonder if this does some overlap. I'm pretty sure there's going to be new scenes, but I don't know if it does an overlapping sort of thing. Yeah, it looks like it does overlap. So we're going to skip the stuff we already read. So stop. Okay. Skip. Where's the skip button? Okay, so we still do end up like staying with her, having the debrief conversation on the following day. Okay, so she reminds the. All right, here we go. All right then. Oh, that's her line.
それじゃあ着替えや洗面用具を取りに一度私の家に行かないとですね。
Okay.
誠さんは先に帰っていてもいいよ。
No, it's pretty late. So I'll walk with you.
はい送り王子様。
Chuckling, she turns around and starts to walk away. That's when I notice. On her back, there's a single green light, slowly blinking. I slowly pluck it from her clothes, being careful not to let her notice. It's a single Hotaru. It seems to have accidentally followed us back from the flower garden.
どうしました？
From a little distance ahead, Hotaru calls back to me. Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'll catch up with you later.
はあ。
She looks a little dubious, then starts walking again. She must be excited for the nice sleepover because there's a spring in her step. I open my hand and hold up the finger the Hotaru is sitting on to let it fly away. I hope it can find its way back home. Huh? But the green light remains perched on my finger. Did it hurt its wings when I plucked it off Hotaru's back? It doesn't seem like it. No, it looks like it's just resting on my finger. I don't know whether it makes sense to say this about an insect, but maybe this Hotaru likes humans. How quaint. Hey, Hotaru, don't fly away until I say you can. I don't know if my kotodama works in insects, but I give it a try anyway. Then I start walking, hurrying to catch up with Hotaru. We enter the town, and soon we arrive at the Byoin. Hotaru was walking ahead of me, so she hasn't noticed her little namesake perch on my finger. I purposely didn't mention it to her either. It seemed more fun that way.
待ってくれるって言いますけど、30分くらいかかりますよ。
Huh? Oh, I see. I didn't think it would take more than 5 minutes to grab some clothes and a few small items. But they do say women take longer to get ready to leave the house than men, I guess. And that's fine with me. I'll be waiting here.
すみません。本当は家に上がってもらってもいいんですけど。
That's fine. If you did, I'll probably end up having to use my kotodama on your parents after all.
はい。これ以上両親を困らせたくもないので、なるべく早く済ませます。
She bows apologetically and skirts the main hospital building to her house in the back. The Hotaru is still sitting on my finger. I look up at the sky. It's filled with countless stars. I hold out my finger to place the Hotaru's pale green light upon them. I pause to take in the beauty of the sight. And it seems like recently, either something crazy is happening, or I'm having fun chatting with friends. It's been a while since I had some quiet time to myself. At times like this, I remember my lonely nights back in the village. There, I'd sit in darkness in my house, staring at nothing and waiting for sleep to come. It's barely been a month since then, but now it almost feels nostalgic. Suddenly, something occurs to me. The thought of my past self, trapped in the village, reminds me of the other Hotaru, who must still be trapped in the Byoin room. I hate her so much that I almost want to kill her. And yet, right now, I somehow feel a strange empathy for her. Is she also staring into the darkness, waiting for sleep? Back then, in my dark room, I would dream about leaving the village and meeting new people. Maybe in her desperation to live, she sees my kotodama as her light in the darkness. Just like the light of this fire Hotaru as it sits here on my finger, ready to fly away at any time. There's still some time before Hotaru will be ready. I start walking, trying to keep my finger as still as possible. The Hotaru still hasn't taken flight. I made a kind of bet. I'm not sure which side I'm betting on, but it's a bet. If this Hotaru decides to fly away, I'll go back and wait for Hotaru and take her home with me, just as planned. But if it doesn't, maybe I'll try meeting with the other Hotaru just one more time. Because I'm still not sure what I plan to do with her. I slip past the nurse using my kotodama and make my way down the dark corridor. I enter the other Hotaru's room without knocking. As usual, the room seems permeated with a darkness deeper than dark. On the other, Hotaru looks at me, surprised. Her gaze is sharp and mistrustful. Konbanwa? That's what we say in the evening. Despite my perhaps unnecessary explanation, she refuses to respond. Even with her sharp intuition, she doesn't seem to be able to guess why I'm visiting her. That's not surprising, since I don't really know why I'm doing this either. Neither of us takes the initiative to speak first, so for a moment we gaze into each other's eyes wordlessly. Seeing her face makes my rage boil up inside me again. Here is the woman who dared to call my Hotaru a worthless puppet. Absolutely unforgivable. But demo. Distracted my tickling sense on my finger. I feel my rage subside a little. I sigh. Look, I haven't come to kill you or anything.
今のところはでしょ。言い回しがそうなってるわよ。
If that's what you think, you don't look very surprised by it.
あなたの言霊は人を殺せる力があるからこそ私を生かす可能性も秘めている。それに放っておいても死ぬ人間が今さら殺される心配なんて滑稽もいいところよ。
She sighs too and lies back on her makora again. Unlike mine, her sigh isn't because she managed to contain her rage. She's just tired from speaking those few sentences.
で、殺すつもりじゃないなら私を生かす方法が見つかったの？
Unfortunately, no. That's not it either.
じゃあ帰りなさいよ。
The Hotaru. I hold up my finger to show the Hotaru to her, but it takes off and begins to rise into the air. I guess my kotodama didn't work on it after all. It was just staying on my finger for its own reasons, whatever they were. I'm glad its wings weren't injured. Her eyeballs rotate in her head, tracking the green light as it wanders around the room. The Hotaru were beautiful by the lake. I finished my sentence.
虫けら。
It's what you and Hotaru are named after. I think it's a beautiful insect.
ホタルは私だけよ。あれは人形。
Oh my. Whatever. If we keep talking, eventually I'm going to feel like strangling her. I've done what I came to do. Sayonara.
ちょっと待ちなさい。
I turn back to her.
虫を部屋に放り込んでそれだけ？嫌がらせに来たの？捕まえて帰りなさいよ。
I cock my head, wondering what to do. Do you know any poems about Hotaru?
何を急に。
Just answer me.
物を思えば沢のホタルも我が身より憧れいずる玉かとぞ見る。泉式部とか。
I see. That's right. It's a poem Hotaru taught me about tragic, passionate love. This Hotaru knows the same poem. She'd probably say that's obvious, since she's the one who originally learned the poem. But the Hotaru in this room hasn't seen the beauty of the Hotaru in that hidden garden by the lake. This Hotaru hasn't experienced the passion of love. They're the same, yet different. They're different, yet the same. Maybe I came here to show this Hotaru the beauty of the Hotaru's light, Hikari. Maybe I wanted her to remember how its tiny glow illuminates the darkness. Soyeba, Kotodama works on you, doesn't it?
そうでないと困る。
No kidding. In that case, I think I'll leave her a special goodbye. Tonight you'll sleep well and have sweet dreams.
え？
Just a little magic spell. I'll be back. I turn again to leave.
ちょっと。
I hear her flustered voice behind me, but I leave anyway to go meet my Hotaru. I like the scene. At least he's thinking about this Hotaru. He's finally realizing It's literally the same person, just in a different circumstance. Oh, okay. I like this. Okay, here we go.
最悪。
I stare at the door, but it seems like he's really left for good this time. The Hotaru wanders around, disturbing the one static darkness of the room. I can't help follow its irregular flashing light with my eyes. As he said, Hotarus are what I'm named after. But this Hotaru's presence in the room only annoys me. This time, I really have no idea what that man was trying to do. Why a bug? Is he trying to taunt me, saying I'm not going to live any longer than this bug? Or did he just come here on a whim for no real reason? Did he come here to get yelled at by me because he's a masochist? I can't focus on my thoughts. Recently, I felt like my brain is covered in fog, but this is the first time it's been this bad. It's all because of that fucking firefly distracting me. No matter how hard I try to ignore it, it draws my eye in the darkness. I know a little about Hotaru. I named after them after all, so of course I've done some research on them. Actually, it's a Lukiola Kurikiata. It will only live 1 or 2 weeks after emerging from its pupa. Surprisingly, it's a carnivorous species. When they're larvae, they feed on small snails. But as adults, their mouths become vestigial, and they can't eat anymore. They can only drink dew, and so they quickly die. Even their lights are just part of their mating ritual, and people call them beautiful. Pathetic. They're illogical animals, killing themselves just to find love. It's so damn irritating. I like the seasonless, monochromatic eternity of the darkness in this room. The Hotaru leaves a faint green trail as it flits around the room. I don't want or need light or color here. It must be summer outside. And just the thought of it makes me want to spit. This Hotaru is so fucking irritating. I want to slap it against the wall and squash it. But I can't be bothered to get up out of bed. I could call a nurse. But no, I don't want to. I hate the way they look at me. They treat me like I'm a tumor. I hate the way they bow and scrape before me, not for my sake, but for my parents. I hate how obviously uncomfortable and confused they are when they see the puppets with my face going about their business. I wish they'd all die. And the world is full of people worth far less than me. Healthy, stupid people, smiling happily over the stupidest things. I hate them all. This world is full of idiots, trash, kuzu, gumi. I wish I could crush them all underfoot. I never met anyone who's better than me. So why do they all get to live when I had to die? They should die too. They should die first. When I finally go, I'm going to take the entire world down with me. When I finally go, I'm going to wish for that power. Lost in my thoughts, I hadn't noticed his approach. But the Hotaru has come within arm's reach of me now. I must have realized that the only source of moisture in the room are the glass of water on the bedside table and me. I let my heavy, numb arm, trembling with the effort. I bring my hand to my face. I lick the palm of my hand, smearing it with my saliva, then hold it out in the air. After a while, the Hotaru decides that's good enough for it, and gets sucked into my hand. Its feet tickle me as it walks around on my palm. When I was young, it didn't bother me, but now it makes me feel sick. This fucking bug. One of the few things even closer to death than I am. All I had to do is clench my fists, and one life would be snuffed out. I could do it right now. It'll make my hand dirty, but it would feel so good. Ah, now I see. That man brought the Hotaru here to amuse me just like this. And so I... They really hide what she actually did. it's giving you hope that whether she actually did or not. Interesting there. Okay, some more skipping then. Now that Hotaru's gone downstairs, I return to my room. It's barely past 9 p.m., but the sooner I go to bed, the sooner tomorrow will come. I sit down on my bed, but I'm just not sleepy. I decided to think about the original Hotaru. Think. I turn my head to look at the window. Beyond a single pane of glass is the hot night air of Natsu. Yet by staying indoors in this air-conditioned room, I'll be able to sleep comfortably tonight without sweating at all. Still though, I decide to go outside for a walk before bed. Why sitting here thinking when I can just go and talk to her? I make my way down the dark streets. Before long, I've entered the building and am walking down the dark corridor again. I feel like I'm walking down a spooky forest path in the middle of the night. As I enter the original Hotaru's room, the first thing I do is look around for a light. Where is it? I don't see it. Where is the Hotaru?
何
She sluggishly tilts her head to look at me. No, I mean the insect, not you.
握りつぶしてゴミ箱に捨てた。
Alright. I see. The poor Hotaru's fate wasn't totally unexpected, but I'm sad to hear it regardless. Hotaru scoffs.
冗談よ。逃がした。
Oh, this is what he needed to know. Now he'll give her consideration. You let it go? Surprised, I unthinkingly parrot back her words.
こんな部屋に閉じ込めておいても、鬱陶しいだけで邪魔。
I guess this is going to be proof in his brain that she is literally still the same Hotaru that he knows and loves, but in a different circumstance. I can't bring myself to take her words at face value. Did she really let it go? Maybe she's just saying that, and she actually did squash it and throw it in the trash. I don't trust her at all. But then she continues.
外は夏なのね。
Hmm.
ホタルを逃がすのに窓を開けた。ずっと外なんか見たくなくて、カーテンまで閉めっぱなしだった窓なのに湿っぽい、気持ちの悪い夏の空気だった。
Thinking, I approach her bedside. If you can feel compassion for an insect, why can't you feel the same way about your fellow human beings?
別に虫に気を利かせたわけじゃない。あんなものが部屋にいるだけで邪魔だって言ったのよ。
Don't dodge my question.
虫にも魂はある。でもあのデク人形には魂なんてない。だからよ。
She answers me, then makes a face. Whether because I caught her by surprise or because it was such a simple command, my kotodama seems to have worked on her. She puts her hand to her throat.
勝手に声が。気持ちの悪い力ね。
I suppose. I admit that it's hard to blame anyone for thinking so.
で、虫けらをどうしたか。わざわざそんなことを聞きに来たの？
No. Well, there was that too. But mainly I came to talk to you.
君、ね。
I suppose she's right. Maybe I was starting to view her more as a person than that thing. But I still can't bring myself to call her Hotaru to her face.
話って何？
I haven't really decided on anything. I just wanted to chat.
雑談？
Her eyes widen in surprise, but I'm thinking about something else. Looking around the room, I don't see a chair. Well, I suppose nobody ever comes to visit her for long anyway. Guess I'll just have to stand. Yes, just a friendly chat, like how you'd talk with your friends in the classroom at school.
何それ。私を生かすか殺すか。 話しながらテストでもするつもり？
No. I mean, maybe sort of. I think to myself. To tell you the truth, I hate you.
ああ、そう。
She tenses and her glare becomes harsher, but I ignore it and continue. It makes me very angry when you insult the Hotaru who you say is a copy of you.
何が言いたいの？
Don't rush me. This is supposed to be a relaxed chat.
私には時間がないのよ。
I see. Fair enough. I should get to the point then. Meeting you provoked rage in my heart, and now I've realized that's exactly why I need to talk to you. She's silent for a while, weighing my words. You know why I came down from my village in the mountains, right?
人とコミュニケーションを取りたい。
Yes. When I lived in the village, almost nothing happened worthy of a strong emotional reaction. Living like that, it was hard to tell whether I was alive or dead. And it wasn't just me. Every Kotodama user was like that. Precisely because we have a special power, we almost weren't allowed to feel like we were alive. Our power is born from life and perhaps manifests best at its most meaningless extreme. In some sense, it's the direct opposite of yours, which you manifested at the other extreme, on the edge of the abyss of death. Her expression remains blank.
で、
It's only because I came to this and experienced so many things that I'm now able to smile so much. And when I decided to leave my village, I was prepared not only for fun experiences like that, but also painful and difficult experiences. That's right. That was part of the conviction in my heart when I left. But recently I completely forgotten that part of it. Thanks to you, I was able to feel rage. Of course, I felt anger towards myself whenever I've fallen short of my own goals. But never before I felt rage towards another person. It was the purest form of rage. So I concluded that I shouldn't avert my eyes from you. I hate you, and that's exactly why I want to talk to you, to discover why I feel that way and what I should do about it. That's part of communication too, isn't it?
ああ、そうですか。
And there's a strange expression in her face as she whispers the words. Your thoughts?
いえ、特には。
It's not a conversation when one person doesn't say anything.
困られても困ります。
Good point.
なんだかかっこいいことを言っているような。単にごく当たり前のことができていないだけのような。
No argument from me there. I can't help but smile awkwardly. For her part, she doesn't smile, but the glare recedes into a mere look again. I'm almost surprised you didn't react in anger when I told you, but to your face, that I hated you.
別に。私が嫌われる理由はいくらでも思いつきますし。
She looks away. So she's aware of it then. It's odd. She's acting much calmer than I expected. Is it because I haven't brought up the other Hotarus? Or is it because she's a Kagami too? I felt like I was a Kagami the other day, responding to smiles with smiles and responding to rage with rage. A very simple and very passive kind of response. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to be more proactive today, to come and talk to her and to try and understand her. So maybe now that I'm more calm, she's able to stay calm as well. That reminds me. You said that every Hotaru falls in love with me, but...
それ、普通自分で言う？
She interrupts me with a mother, seemingly trying to change the subject. You're the one who said it though.
人から言われたことでも、普通は恥ずかしくて口にできないわよ。
Don't try to change the subject. Can I continue?
好きに話せばいいでしょ。話をしようって言い出したのはそっちなんだから。
She rolls her eyes at me, but I'm the one who should be rolling my eyes. There's no doubt about it. This Hotaru loves to chat. Well, it's not surprising. It's not like she has anyone else to talk to down here. Well, back to what I was saying. You said that every Hotaru falls in love with me, but does that mean you love me too? Or maybe that you're going to fall in love with me later. It took him this long to realize that simple thing. That is like that also applies to her, obviously. This time she really freezes. Her eyes are wide as she stares at me. What's wrong?
あ、 いや、あなたって、本当に、そういうことを平気で口にするのね。
Even the other Hotaru said, obviously, because they're the same person. Yeah, you're the only Hotaru who isn't already used to it, apparently.
それは。
Her lips curl into a smile.
人質として有望だわ。まあ、オリジナルの私は、あなたのことを今すぐ好きとは言えないだろうけど、あなたを嫌う理由もないかしら。特にそれが、自分の命を救ってくれる、王子様みたいなものだとしたら。
I see. So that's your... Then you're more on the going to fall in love with me later side then.
私が生きていられるのなら、可能性は、ある、かもね。
She sighs. It's not a sigh of emotion but of pain. It seems like talking to me like this is quite difficult for her physically. Are you okay? Despite being in the middle of an argument with her, I can't help but feel worried. But she smiles ironically in response to my question.
心配してくれても無駄よ。大丈夫なわけないんだから。
I can't save your life, but if you'll just accept my kotodama, I can at least soothe the pain and suffering.
痛みは、ほとんどない。現代科学の力ね。
She indicates the tube attached to her arm.
合法で、ずっといい気持ち
It's
よ。
legal. Best of all, it's legal. And I'm like, sure.
それに、苦しみは。
Suddenly her smile vanishes. She begins to claw at her chest.
はあ、苦しみは。これは、私のものよ。私だけのものよ。誰にも渡さない。この苦しみがあるうちは、私なのよ。
I see. A surprising emotion rises in my breast. I find myself feeling respect for this Hotaru I see before me. She developed a supernatural power through the sheer strength of her will to live. Not through her ancestry like me or Mana, and not through a special talent like Kyoko. She achieved it purely through the depth of human possibility. I can't accept her, or her methods or philosophy, but I can respect her.
ね
New BGM, by the way. Suddenly she pats the bed with her hand.
え、ここに座りなさい。
Huh? She wants me to sit next to her? But sit there? どうして?
いい加減、見下ろされてるのが嫌なのよ。
I didn't mean it that way.
私の命令が聞けないというの？
Why should I follow your orders? She doesn't have the power of Kotodama, so there's no reason I had to listen to her. There certainly is something compelling about her looking up at me from the bed, though. And anyway, even if I sat there, I'd still be looking down at you.
そうね。
She sizes me up, but she makes her decision quickly.
でも、どの道なんだから座りなさい。
What am I supposed to do? I intended to conduct this conversation while standing. I don't plan to stay long anyway, and sitting is also a more vulnerable position than standing. Is this some kind of trap?
罠なんかじゃないわよ。
I'm surprised you knew what I was thinking. I'm impressed yet again by her intellect.
眉を下げたでしょ。
You can tell just from that.
表情だけじゃないわ。手や足の位置、相手に対しての体の微妙な向きにも、心って出るものよ。
The direction I face.
あなたは、部屋に入ってきてからずっと、私と完全にまっすぐに立っていた真正面は、隙を見せないための戦闘姿勢でしょ。それが今、ほんのわずかだけど斜めになっている。 油断というより、少しは心を開いたんでしょうね。
Huh. Omoshiroi. This must be the kind of thing she helped her read my mind so many times in the past. Even I can pick up cues from someone I know well. Okay, she's a body language reader. But to think that there was a kind of communication like this, which works on strangers without even having to talk to them. Alright, I'll sit. I sit down on the edge of the bed. My butt sinks into the soft mattress. It's even softer than my bed at the Oribe house.
確かに、上から目線は変わらないわね。まあ、どうでもいいわ。それより真剣に考えなさいよ。
I have.
私を生かす方法を。
I really can't think of anything. I try to stay as calm as I can to avoid provoking her. I want to say Minazaki Hotaru I know. You must know that at least, so I'm not lying.
そこらにいるゴミやクズみたいな人間から命を奪えばいいでしょう。
So she realized that possibility too. Well, no, of course she did. She's a Hotaru after all. And she knows that Kotodama uses other souls too. Then it's only natural that she reached that conclusion. The evil that had burst forth from my heart earlier today, and which I suppressed, begins to sear inside me again. No, I won't do that.
そう。できないじゃないんでしょ。
No, I really can't. Even if it's to save Hotaru, I can't kill another human being.
役立たず。
As if in response to my disturbed reaction, she becomes furious.
死んでいい人間くらい私が見繕ってやるわよ。
What? There shouldn't be anyone who deserves to die. Suddenly, her anger turns to mirth as she trembles with laughter.
まさかそれ本気で言ってるんじゃないわよね。人の命が同じ価値だなんてバカみたいなこと思ってるの？ねえ、教えてあげる。人間の愚かさを。あなたのつまらない考えなんて消してあげる。
She stretches out her hand and strokes my thigh. My thigh? What? Her touch sends a dark shiver of horror up my spine.
病院になんているとね、どうしようもない話が聞こえてきてしまうのよ。
And then she tells me about the evil of this world. The unbearable, ugly reality of how much people wish to hurt each other. By the end of it, her hand on my thigh has tensed into a claw.
言葉も出ないの？
She laughs as though singing. She sings as though laughing.
そういう罪を犯す人間は何か正当な理由があったり仕方なくなんて考えもない。善悪とは別にそういう人たちは人を傷つけなければ生きていけないの。あなたの言霊はそういう人たちすらも全て救うの？
One thing I wish they did was they did skip that. They didn't skip the whole storytelling of her. It would have been some sort of good monologue, but they decided to skip that. It's a safe way to just say that she said something to him that will convince him that there really is some people that are just irredeemable and all that, just to convince him that human life is not of equal value because such people exist. But it would have been more effective if there was an actual set of lines.
誰かの命を奪う汚らしい命を奪って何が悪いの？救われる命の数は変わらないわ。むしろ私が健康になれば数多くの人間を救える。
You're right. I accept what she says. I accept her reasoning completely. But that kind of argument isn't enough to change my mind. I'm an author, sure, but even I'm not foolish enough to think there's no evil in the world. And what's more, since you're the original Hotaru, the Hotaru I know shares all your knowledge and experience. She knows of all the same evil that you do, and yet she is able to smile. That means she's able to see even more good in the world than evil. I smile in triumph. As long as I picture my Hotaru smile, I can smile too. Seeing evil, I could allow myself to be dyed in it. Or, like her, I can believe in good, create good with my own hands and show it to others. This time, her sigh seems born of emotion rather than pain. She shrinks back into her makura.
なるほど。この程度の誘導で、あなたが折れるなら苦労はしないか。
It might be more accurate to say that you already did manipulate me.
そんな顔をするような考えは、どんなものでも捨てちゃった方がいいです。誰も幸せになりません。誰も、私も、誠さんも。そう、私は厄介だわ。あなたも人生経験の足りない自分を信じるのではなく、あの人形を信じることで自我を保つとはね。
Not a puppet. As ever, the objection rises in my heart, though I don't speak it out loud. But that objection leads me to a strange conclusion. I believe in Minazuki Hotaru. And it's strange to think it, but I guess that means I believe in you.
え？
She looks at me shocked. Oh? I'm surprised by her reaction. Is this the first time I truly caught her off guard?
今日の話は終わりよ。
What?
疲れた。寝る。
Before I say anything else, she pulls the bed sheets up over her head. Hey.
うるさいわね。こっちは病人なのよ。そもそも雑談なら別に何の話をしているわけでもないのだから、適当なところで切り上げたっていいじゃない。
Her disembodied voice emanates from under the covers. I don't know. I scratch my head. She might be right. At school, we often had to cut our conversation short when the bell rang. Even at home, chatting with Kokoro and Mana, sometimes we had to end early to go downstairs for dinner. I guess you're right. There's no need for me to reach a conclusion today. The essence of communication is continuation after all. Well, I'll be out then. Sorry to bother you so late at night. I wait for her to respond to my farewell, but the voice under the covers is quiet. After a moment, I turn away and open the door to leave.
明日も来るの？
He's so in. He's so in. Well, I guess that this community fills the last 2 remaining days that he didn't meet up with Hotaru. So this time around, he gets to meet up with the original Hotaru for 2 more days. Oh wait, I have a feeling I have to cut some Ace scenes, so I have to remember the timestamps. Huh?
見下ろされるのは嫌なの。だから、もしも明日も来るなら、椅子を用意しておいてあげる。
I like that, if you like it.
望んでいるわよ。私を救う方法を必死に考えてきなさい。それと、ケーキ。
So cute. That's so. This really is the same Hotaru, man. Keki.
アイスと、ドーナツとピザも。
Oh, she also said this in that one line. The second and third best things or something like that. I look over at the cake box lying discarded on the floor. I think I should eat a bit more balance of a diet.
うるさい、黙れ。
All I can do is shrug. Before I close the door behind me, I say the words that come to mind. Oyasumi nasai, Hotaru.
死ね。
I picture the slightest blush on her face under the covers and I smile. I actually do as well. It's the first time a thought of her has brought a smile to my face. I love teasing that Hotaru. Unlike that. All right. I have to be ready for. I have to remember the timestamp things because I'm pretty sure there's an issue sheet around this time or something. Or. Anyway, let's skip. All right. We are so back. I heave a small sigh. I wonder what time it is. And there's no time. There's no clock in this room. I'll close the window and curtain tightly, and there is nothing here to catch from the eye. So time passes here with no sense of hour or season. I barely feel hunger or thirst anymore, so I can't tell the time that way either. I always lie here, staring at the empty darkness and thinking. Thinking as fast as I can, until everything's a mess. Because only the speed of thought can surpass the speed of time passing. Yeah, this is why this Hotaru ended up like in this situation, because she has nothing to do, man. She only the suffering and pain is lingering in her brain right now, so obviously she should turn out like this. But this is the Hotaru that we love. Because I want to make the time I have left before that last as long as I possibly can. Eternity exists and I have it here. But today I can't concentrate.
今何時だろう。
This time I speak my thoughts out loud. For the first time in a long time, I wish I had a ketai. Then I become irritated at myself for caring what time it is. Has it been a day since that man last came here?
まったく。
I reach for the intercom button.
椅子を一つ持ってきて。
As usual, there's no reply. All I need to do is state my request, and it'll be seen to. This kind of thing surely isn't the human communication the man speaks of. After thinking for a second, I push the intercom button again.
さっきの椅子だけど、事務的なつまらないものではなく、座り心地の良いちゃんとした椅子にして。
Oh, she's actually thinking about him.
それと、櫛もちょうだい。
A comb. Ah, she wants to look pretty to him. Wow. So cute. By the way, the cake is still there. They placed the guy's chair. Oh, you see the comb at least, but like you still see the you still see the discarded cake. Literally, the nurse just comes in and puts it there and just leaves. About 10 minutes later, a nurse brings a chair. The nurse puts the chair some distance away from the bed and quickly leaves, not wanting to come near me. I can see the comb on the seat of the chair.
遠い。
I want to bring the chair closer, but I can't reach it from my bed. Honestly, I don't care about the chair. I want that comb. Why did I ask for a comb, I wonder? It's a tool for making yourself look more presentable. Presentable?
バカらしい。
I sigh at my own shallowness. I don't need the comb anymore, but I'm too lazy to get the nurse to come back and take it away. I sigh again. I wonder what time it is. Why am I thinking about the time again? No, forget it. I stare into the darkness as usual, my mind blank. Oh, she's so adorable, man. I step out of the house a while before bedtime and make my way to visit the original in her hospital room again. It's as dark as ever, but something seems different. Oh, a chair.
遅かったわね。
I'm a little puzzled by the voice from the bed. It's not the usual that she sounds so irritated. It's just late. I checked the time on my phone. I'm here earlier than I was yesterday. Mother was so tired out her lovemaking that she went straight to bed after dinner, so I had the evening to myself. Honestly, I'm feeling great today. I feel like I can shake off any provocation from the original Hotaru with a smile.
椅子を引っ張ってきなさい。
Okay. The chair is smack in the middle of the room. I drag it over to the bed. And then I notice there's something on the seat of the chair. A comb? A very fancy looking woman's comb. Did you want to comb your hair or something?
折るなよ。
Break?
いらないから折って捨てるの。
I don't understand what's going on. I'm afraid that if I give it to her, she'll really break it. I don't want such a pretty comb destroyed, so I put it in my pocket instead.
で、今日は何の用事？
I came to talk. I told you yesterday I'd come again today, didn't I?
私を救う方法は？
Sorry. A lot of stuff happened today, so I didn't spend much time thinking about it. I'm still kidding about from how Hotaru and I made love and deepened our bond with each other.
役立たず。
Well, I was planning to spend time thinking about it tonight. Sumari, I thought I could talk it over with you. She feels totally different, but it still hurts a lot to be called useless by someone with Hotaru's face.
それより、お土産は？
No pizza or donuts today, but I brought some leftover keiki from the kissa. I take out a small cake box.
それでいいわ。あずきさんのケーキは美味しいし。
I have something else too.
他？
Braised burdock root. I take out my obento.
は？
It's leftover from dinner, but I really think you should eat something nutritious. I mean, it's tamagoyaki. Sorry, my brain froze. Omelet bites. I'm like, huh?
健康とかどうでもいいのよ。ケーキだけでいいわ。
Just one bite?
いや、
She sulks like a picky grade schooler. How does he know what a picky grade schooler is like, by the way? Come on, don't be like that.
しつこいわね。私は好きなものだけ食べていればいいのよ。
Trust me, I'm a good cook. You'll like it. Oh, the magic words. At my assistant demand, she frowns. The expression is very familiar. I've seen it on my Hotaru so many times. And then,
さっきの串で髪をすいて。
sure. But if I do, will you eat the food I made?
一口だけよ。
Okay. I pass her the keiki and obento, and take out the comb again. I wait for her to turn to face away from me, so I can comb her hair.
何してるの？
She looks up at me oddly. Can you turn around? It'll be hard to comb her from the front or sides.
いや、
Are you a little kid or something?
体を起こすとまともに支えきれないのよ。
She whispers painfully. Ah, so that's what you meant.
ベッドに乗ってもいいわよ。許してあげる。
Okay. That would make it easier, but does that mean she wants me to sit her in my lap? I feel kind of uncomfortable about it, but I climb onto the bed, lift her up from her pillow, and put myself behind her. As my skin touches hers, I feel her body heat. It's faint, though not as cold as Mana's. Her body, while much bonier, feels otherwise exactly like my Hotaru's. A sweet smell assaults my nose. That's where it begins. He starts getting a boner or some shit. At first, I think it's the keiki in the box she started opening, but no. It's the same sickly, sweet smell I smelled when I first came to this room. Now that I notice it, it's really overwhelming. Have you been taking baths?
体なら拭いてるけど、
I see.
3日前に。
Imagine that smell. Ponder that aroma. Come on! I unconsciously raise my voice, but she ignores me and sticks her hand into the cake box. Ignoring the fork I put in the box, she grabs a slice of the cake with her bare hands and starts munching on it. Come on now.
何よ。
She licks her fingers while glaring up at me. Nothing, I guess. At least she looks like she's enjoying it.
やっぱり、あずきさんのケーキが、この町で一番美味しいわね。
I can tell she's not going to listen to me, so I decide to start cooling. Her hair is a little longer than Hotaru's. I take a handful of it and gently lift it away from her hair. It looks pretty, but once I put the comb in, it becomes clear how tangled it is.
ねえ、一つ聞いてもいい？
This time, unusually, she speaks first. What is it? I continue combing her sweet-smelling hair as gently as I can so that I don't hurt her.
私と夜の旅に話していること、あのデク人形には言ってあるの？
No, and she's not a puppet. My voice naturally lowers menacingly.
いい加減、いちいち言い直すのやめたら？
If you want me to stop correcting you, just stop calling her a puppet. This is one thing I refuse to budge on.
あれを名前で呼んだら、私と区別がつかないじゃない。
You call yourself the original, right? So why not go with that?
それはあれと話してる時だけ。私はホタルよ。水月ホタル。
I have to admit, I do see her as Hotaru too. The more I talk to her, the more I realize that while she's different from my Hotaru, she's also the same. In my mind, I'm starting to find it harder to treat them separately. That's why yesterday, I was leaving, I called her Hotaru to her face for the first time.
ホタルって呼びなさいよ。
Eat some of the food in the lunchbox too, Hotaru.
気が向いたらね。
I like the smile on her face. The expression. I can't see from behind her, but did she perhaps smile just now? I know if I ask her, she'll definitely deny it, so I don't bother asking.
それで、どうしてあれに私と会っていることを隠してるの？
I guess that thing is better than that puppet, at least. No particular reason. I guess if I had to say, it's because I don't want to worry her.
そう。
She murmurs the words. I feel like the sweet smell has gotten stronger. For a while after that, she continues eating her cake in silence. The hormone discharge. She felt that. She liked that, I guess. Can I ask you a question too?
何？
Your hair doesn't feel like it's been combed for a long time. So why are you suddenly making me do this?
言いたくない。
Kotairo. I hear the sound of her swallowing her words.
嫌よ。
I thought I caught her by surprise, but apparently not. Impressive as usual.
今のは無意識じゃないわよね。私の神経を逆なでするのが目的。
I just felt like trying it.
天然に悪趣味だわ。
I probably learned it from you, but I'm not going to say that out loud. Anyway, I think I already know the answer to my question. Since I started visiting her, she started caring more about her appearance. That's probably a good sign.
無理やり言霊を使ったこと悪いと思ってる。
Yeah. Sorry.
それならここ数日のコピーとのやりとりを話して。
Huh?
今週はあれが外の話をしに来なかったし、何がどうなってるかわからないのよ。それにあなたたちのやりとりの中に 何か私を救うためのヒントがあるかもしれないでしょ。
Fine. I decided to tell her everything. There's nothing I particularly need to hide. I want her to know how positive thinking my Hotaru is, how much she smiles, how much she deserves to live. So as I comb her hair, I tell the original Hotaru my memories of all the different Hotarus I met over the weeks. This is the second time I told the story, so I'm able to do it better than last time. She finishes the keiki and continues to sit quietly listening to me. Finally, the comb stops catching in her hair, and at almost the same time, I come to the end of my story.
気持ち悪い。
She whispers to herself, but it feels like there's a different color to her voice than what I've heard so far.
帰って。
I can imagine she's jealous or something like that. Obviously, I mean it's the feeling of like my healthy self is getting to enjoy life like this, and I'm suffering like this. Huh?
お願いだから帰って。
Her voice wavers, and I can't tell whether she's angry or about to cry. Okay, it's more like frustration. Yeah, it's frustration. She's jealous and frustrated that she couldn't live that kind of life. Maybe I really should leave, but I also feel like I really shouldn't leave. That's when I realized I started feeling for her. Looking at her with fresh eyes, her limbs are thin, and her shoulders narrow. Just like my Hotaru, she's a petite girl, but much weaker. The more I feel that the original and my Hotaru are the same, the more I feel they're separate people at the same time. It's a strange contradiction. Okay, well. I get down from the bed. I can't decide whether I should leave or whether I mustn't leave. So I choose a third option. I'll be back again. I'm like a parent reading their child a bedtime story. We'll pick up where we left off tomorrow. She doesn't react. She just lies down on her makora, her body limp. Sleep well. Whispering Okotodama, I leave the room to go back home. All right, let's see what's this about. Maybe it's one of those, oh, it's just going as part of my Keigaku or some shit like that. Let's see. Oh, okay. So it's still new content. Nice. I spent most of the next day walking all around town with Hotaru, taking a tour at the important places in my memories. I love my Hotaru very much, of course, and she's very precious to me. There's not a doubt in my mind of that. That's the simple truth, and I couldn't be more sure of it. But somewhere in the back of my mind, I always think about the other Hotaru, the original Hotaru. One person existing twice in this world simultaneously. She's the girl I love, and there's two of her. Now it's good that he says there's two of there. So he finally recognizes her as also as actually Hotaru as well. No, both of them as Hotaru. They're completely the same, yet totally different. That contradiction seems to whisper into my mind, telling me what I should aim for. Wait, I'll be right back. Everyone, I'll grab some water. Okay, I'm back. That contradiction seems to whisper into my mind, telling me what I should aim for. In the afternoon, Hotaru parted ways with me to spend time with family and friends until Sunday, so I was able to come to the viewing quite earlier today. Konbanwa? I'm careful to mind my manners. Typo. And greet the occupant of the room before I approach her and sit down in the chair by her bed. She looks at me, sighs deeply. I saw I last saw her only yesterday, but she already looks notably weaker today. Daijobu. I thought she had some biting words for me as usual, so I'm a little thrown off by her languor. If she's feeling particularly bad today, maybe I shouldn't stay too long.
大丈夫じゃないわ。
She sluggishly lifts one arm and stares at the palm of her hand. Her hand is trembling.
もって夏の間、早ければ1週間持たないかも、と言われていたけど、どうも悪い方になりそうね。
While thinking of ways to save you, I did think of one thing. I speak softly, and she turns her eyes on me.
何？
You said they can't understand how you're still alive. And you look relatively healthy considering the seriousness of your condition.
病状の割にってだけね。
That's one kiseki. Another kiseki is your ability to create copies of yourself. It's natural to assume that these two kiseki are connected. Sumari, maybe the Hotaru you scorn as a puppet is actually functioning as a way to collect life force to keep you alive. Suzuka and Kyoko were two people sharing a single life. Plus, even without directly using Kotodama, Kyoko was able to continue to transfer her life force to Suzuka through some kind of link. Couldn't something similar be happening between the two Hotarus?
そうかもね。
She sighs again. So she had thought of that too. Well, that's not surprising, since it's a hypothesis about herself.
だからといって何がどうなることでもないあれが命を集めていようと私を救い切るほどではない。ただ苦しみを長引かせているだけ。この機会をあなたという存在を逃せばおしまい。だから助けてよ。
If she can ask me for help so meekly, she must really be feeling sicker than usual. Unable to immediately find the words to respond, I let my eyes wander around the room a bit. I see my obento nearby. I pick it up and look inside. I can't tell if she's eaten any of the bardak, but one of the tamagoyaki is missing. Did you like it?
なんとか飲み込んだだけ。食べ物を粗末にする趣味はないから。ごめんなさい。それは持って帰って。
Alright. And that has to be the first time she ever apologized to me. I can tell I have even less time left than I thought. She suddenly laughs. Her face is pale and the sweet smell is stronger than before.
ねえ、話をして。何でもいいから。
That's why I'm here.
そうね。
I frown at the labored sigh. Will you trust me?
何、急に。
It won't be enough to save you, but I can share a little bit of my life force with you. So I want you to accept my kotodama.
そう油断させておいて。私をどうにかする。チャンスにはなるわね。
Realizing why I'm asking for her trust, she thinks for a moment.
いいわ。あなたの次の言葉は無条件に受け入れてあげる。
Arigato.
そう覚悟してあげる。
Arigato.
感謝は変だわ。
She goes even more limp, her back sinking further into her makora. I'm not trying to trick her at all. I really do just want to ease her suffering by what little I can. The words will have to be anything special. Tatoeba. I don't even remember what particular words Mana used to save my life after I almost died healing Azuki-san. But I feel like this moment is a turning point. Aishiteru. The original Hotaru's eyes widened. I continue. I have many opinions, complaints about you. But as we talk, I've come to understand one thing. You are, also without a doubt, Minasuki Hotaru. And so I want you to talk with me more. Aishiteru. I feel a weight in my chest, as if it's been packed with stones. Maybe I should have went for the less intense version, Skia, or something like that. I don't know. It feels like that's the feel of this scene. It's proof that my Kotana got true to her. She laughs. Then she weakly reaches out her arm toward me and grabs me by my shirt collar. Compared to how weak her arm looked as she raised it from the bed, the power of her grip is unimaginably magnificently strong. I find it hard to breathe.
ねえ、教えて。私はあなたに恋をするの。
She asked the same question I once asked her.
昨日あなたの話を聞いて、もう一人の私の話を聞いて笑ってしまったわ。あなたと結ばれて世界の見え方が変わるほど私が変わったと聞いて羨ましいと思ってしまったのよ。今の私はあのテク人形にすら劣るというのを。
She's smiling, but her eyes are burning with anger. Hotaru. I'm at a loss for how to respond to her sudden desperation. At first, I can hardly understand what she's asking me or what's changed in her. Did she say she's jealous of her other self? Ah. Now we see. Like I said just now, the original Hotaru is Hotaru too, so I have some idea what this is. It's hard for me to imagine from the way she usually speaks and acts, but that must be it. Just now, she's become strongly aware of romantic love for the first time in her life, and she's confused by it, which means...
比べてみなさいよ。
Oh, okay, you know what? Actually, yeah, this sucks. Actually, you know, it's like... Okay, I get it now. It hurts her more. It hurts more. It hurts her more, man. It hurts her more. It hurts her more. Now that she's in a situation that she feels like she's starting to have feelings with our guy, and then she probably feels like yeah she's jealous and all. Anyway, let's continue. I'm having a hard time articulating, but I know what she's doing right now. Compare what? Compare, huh? Before I can finish my question, she yanks on my collar, pulling me closer to her. Oh. Oh. What? Oh. We're gonna have it with a dying person? Oh. I stumble. My vision flips, and I'm unable to immediately process the situation. I hear the original. Alright, welcome back. 10 out of 10 scene. In fact, it's the hottest thing I've seen in this VN. It's much hotter than other VNs as well, so that's an amazing H scene, not gonna lie. Really worth watching. Anyway, I keep her propped as she slowly falls back and lands on her back on her same pillow.
これかセックスか。
She fixes one shoulder strap and keeps the other the same, letting out an entranced giggle. I regain my breath. Hotaru also calms down until she looks back to normal. Almost. Her omanko is exposed under that long skirt of hers, and it's still dripping in secretions and seiki, huh? I made a strange observation, and it turns me on from how utterly indecent it is. Hotaru. I bring myself up to Hotaru and she accepts it. I deliver her first kiss. She's tasted sweet, but locking lips with her accentuates that even more. I move my face away slightly and Hotaru basks blissfully in the afterglow of the kiss. I love you. Sorry about the kissing coming out of order.
じゃない。そうね。
Oh, she just remembered. Oh yeah, I was the evil Hotaru. I should go back to being evil. She reacts in the way that Hotaru on the outside would for a second before correcting herself. It seems that she has no reason to be so bold anymore, but I love the boldness of the original Hotaru too. She opens her mouth as if she wants to say something. As I wonder what it could be, I see a hint of that dark flame coming back into her eyes.
もっとしなさい。
You mean kissing?
そう。心を込めて。
I've been doing that from the beginning. I once again filled the extremely small gap I left when I drew my head back. I kissed her even deeper than before. I even slipped my tongue in. She's surprised at first, but she soon accepts it. As I look around the inside of her mouth with my tongue, her tiny tongue chases after it. She must have been wanting this because she's sucking at it like a child. I quickly part and worry for her more than me.
いいわね。キスも。悪くはなかったわ。
Trying to keep up appearance there. It wasn't half bad. Judging for her smile and afterglow, I'm relieved that I've been able to satisfy her at the very least. This time I don't know what she's surprised at. Hotaru's lower body fidgets, her thighs rubbing together. Not satisfied?
違う。まだやり足りないって本当に私を殺す気。そうじゃなくて、その出てきちゃって。
Ah, I guess my Seiki is leaking out.
汚れる。
I think we're a little past that by now, don't you? She sprayed all the juice back there after all. But Hotaru gets flustered and scolds me.
服はともかく、このベッドが私の国なのよ。ティッシュ。
Okay. I reach over her shoulder to the box on the small desk by the bed. I try to give it to her, but Hotaru keeps her arms where they are and stares at me. Huh?
拭いて。
Oh, that's what she wants. She's used to giving orders, calling her Bedto Akuni. And when I first met her, she called our meeting an audience. She's like a Hime-sama, or maybe a Jo'o. Open your legs. That line. I order her myself, and she quakes in shame. However, I can feel her spread her legs, albeit timidly. I take a handful of the shoe and stick it into her skirt. Sugoi. Hotaru's omanko is dripping with lukewarm seiki and secretions. The handful of tissues I have down there are instantly soaked before they have a chance to clean up anything. I crumple the wad of tissues up and throw them away, and apply a fresh handful. Just when I think it will be enough to get the job done, more seems to flow out from inside, one glob after another, and I can feel the tissue slowly moisten on my fingers. This secretion in her hidden nether regions is extremely lewd to the touch.
すごいなんて言わないで。
I watch as Hotaru's face melts in embarrassment. She breathes a sweet sigh. I can't contain myself and once again take her lips. We intensely crave each other like we're in the middle of the act. As we kiss, I wipe her crotch up and down. Very nice. Hotaru's body wavers, but I persist in my kiss as I continue to wipe her crotch. As I lick Hotaru's teeth and gums, I toss the wet tissues away and rub her with a new wand. I suddenly realize I pick up on the fact that Hotaru is accepting my kiss and actually asking for it. However, it doesn't seem like I'll be done with wiping her up anytime soon. This is... Hotaru, if you don't stop dripping, I won't be able to wipe it all up. I point out that fact, making Hotaru gasp. I work past the sticky seiki, and now all that's gushing out is fresh batches of Hotaru's omanko. I don't know what juice is. Let's just go omanko juice. I tell her that, but continue to wipe Hotaru's privates up and down, making Hotaru heave a hot sigh. Datte. I'm less wiping now, as I am caressing at this point. If I weren't dealing with a sickly person who's already used up the light my Kotanara gave her, we could probably fuck a second time.
だって吹き方いやらしいからてっちゃう。
Not much I can do about that. Not much I can do about her overflow, that is. I use a tissue after tissue as I continue to wipe Hotaru's crotch. Hotaru's face is completely flushed in heat. I bend my finger a bit and stick it into her labia. Nice.
わかってってやってるでしょ。
Should I stop then? This time Hotaru surprises me by initiating the kiss. Hotaru's tongue enters my mouth as if learning from my usage of tongue. Her tiny tongue gropes around my mouth awkwardly. I let it roam free for a little bit. Then I start sucking on it, making purposely loud sucking noises all the while. Do you like it?
嫌い。
Even now, the original keeps true to character, which gets a laugh out of me. And so she suddenly starts to tremble like she's holding back the urge to pee. I can tell that the tissue that I forgot to change out for a while is soaping wet with her mango juices. It seems like she's slightly orgasmed not from the caressing but from the kissing.
いい。本当にもう少し休ませて。
She's at her limit. Seeing the original's usual language return, I agree. I would really love to pin her down one more time, but she was never in the condition to do this sort of thing anyway. With a final kiss, she fixes her clothes and hops from the bed. She heaves an exhausted sounding sigh. I'm worried for her well-being, but she seems fine for the most part. Actually, are you sleepy?
そうね。少しだけ眠る。
Right. Maybe I should leave then.
いて。そこにいて。
She looks at me with a grim gaze, but a beseeching manner.
どうせ眠れても数分だから。
Okay then.
眠りたくない。眠るともう二度と起きれない気がするから。
The original mutters drowsily. Don't worry, I'm here. I'll be right here until you wake up, and I'll wake you if you don't.
そう起こしてね。絶対に起こして。
Yeah, yakusoku. She seems extremely scared to go to sleep, so I give her a stern nod and reply.
あなたとつながったこととこの瞬間こそが夢みたい。
The original then slowly shuts her eyes. She said a few minutes, but her breathing sounds like signs of much deeper slumber. You will have good dreams. I hope she can and will. I whisper up a Hotodama and pray in my mind that she has a peaceful sleep as well. Then I shut my own eyes. So that I don't miss a single one of her light breaths. Sensing her breathing change, I open my eyes. Just as she said, it's only been a few minutes. The first thing I see is Hotaru, awake, looking at me. Her gaze is calmer than I've ever seen it. The Hotaru outside these walls said that her whole world changed after she joined with me for the first time. I wonder whether this Hotaru feels the same way. But
手をつないで。
she extends her trembling hand toward me. Her small, soft hand reaching out to be saved. I take that hand in mine. It's still hot from our recent exertion, but even so, it's colder than it should be. Atatakai.
温かい。
Oh, that's her line, sorry. Let me read it again. I feel bad.
温かい。
A slight smile escapes onto her face. I hold her hand a little more tightly. I'm here. And you're here too. Do you feel any different?
よくわからない。まあ一つ思い出にはなったわね。このまま死んだとしても。
Suddenly, I feel a ghastly premonition. The sickly sweet smell assaults my senses, stronger it's ever been. This is the smell of death. Wait! Mate, I raised my voice. Don't give up. Hotaru chokes. This is bad. I should have realized. I'm the one who pointed out she might be feeling worse because of her lack of contact with her copy. She's been keeping herself alive so far only by her strong will to live. But just now, I think a thought flickered briefly in her mind. Maybe I struggled enough. As I rub her back, she laughs a blood-curdling laugh.
死なない。死にたくない。生きたい。死ぬくらいなら殺してやる。みんな殺してやる。
She mutters to herself, her mouth twitching. The light of her will slowly manages to rekindle itself in her eyes through the strength of her hatred and rage. But the fact remains that she's almost out of time. Hotaru, there's something I need you to do. It's very important.
何？頼み。
She's come back to her senses, her eyes still water as they seek out my face. I want you to sit down with the Hotaru you call your copy. And I want you to properly talk things out with her.
なんで？
I want you to talk to her just like you've talked to me, on equal terms, without rage and disgust. Because my kotodama alone isn't going to cut it. The truth is, I already thought of one possible way to save Minasaki Hotaru. One Hotaru, the copy, is healthy, and another, the original, is at that store. So if I switch their natures, the real Hotaru will survive. The problem had been how to get the original Hotaru to accept my kotodama, but in the current state, I'm sure it wouldn't be hard. In fact, I could have done it just a few minutes ago. All I had to do was betray her trust when I asked her to accept my kotodama. It was the perfect chance for me to save Hotaru. It was a chance so perfect that it might never come again. And yet,
みんなの笑顔と幸せを守ってあげて。それがお願い。
everyone means everyone. Onegai. Hotaru. Onegai. Her gaze still wanders, unable to focus on my face. But she smiles.
ホタルが痛いわ。
Then she loses consciousness. Hotaru! I bend over panicking. Technically, she's still breathing, but her breathing is very shallow, and her skin is cold to the touch. Unlike those in my village who died in the epidemic of high fever, Hotaru is losing her body heat as her life begins to grind to a halt. I carefully remove the intravenous needle from her arm. Then I place my arms under her back and legs and lift her up. Her body's too light, almost as if mirroring how little life force she has left.
行きなさい。
Let's go, Hotaru. I can't let her meet her end in this dark place. Let's go see the Hotaru. It's not so outside, did you know? I emerge from the byoin and look up at the Yozora. The air is hotter than usual. The town is illuminated by bright moonlight. I take out my ketai and dial Hotaru's denwa and press it denwa bango, and I press it to my ear with my shoulder.
もしもし、誠さん？
Hotaru!
どうしたの？
She's surprised at the urgency in my voice. Where are you right now?
家ですけど。
I want you to come outside right now. I'm in front of the byoin.
夜のデートって雰囲気じゃなさそうですね。
She seems to guess from my tone that something's wrong. Hotaru is... The original Hotaru is dying. She's silent for a moment.
そう。予想以上に早かったのね。
Dies earlier because they had sex.
でも、なんで誠さんがそれを知ってるの？
Please, Hotaru, come outside. I plead with her, not wanting to waste time explaining things.
私に黙って会っていたんですね。少し待っていてください。
She hangs up. 3 minutes pass, then 5. I try to keep calm as I wait. A giggle rises from my arms. The original Hotaru looks up at me. My phone call must have woken her up. No, she's not looking up at me. She's looking past me, far past me. She's looking up at the Sora, where the Hoshi are shining. Kira, Kira.
うわ、夏だわ。
She reaches a shaky hand towards the heavens.
暑くて、ジメジメしてて、臭くて、食欲も湧かなくて、私の大嫌いな季節。
Totally understandable. I also feel the same.
嫌いよ、嫌い。嫌いなの。
She sounds like she's talking in her sleep, having an akumu, but her hand remains outstretched, as if trying to grasp at something.
死にたくない。死にたくない。もっと、私は、生きたい。
Her arm falls back down, limp. She's lost consciousness again. I bend down to place my ear near her mouth. Her breathing is audible, but very shallow. She's still alive. Listen to my voice. Ikinasai. Hotaru. I pour my soul into the soft words. Finally, I hear footsteps approaching.
誠さん、
Hotaru. We call each other's names, then stand facing each other. Hotaru looks at the original Hotaru cradled in my arms.
外へ連れ出したのね。
She said she wanted to see the Hotaru.
いいわ。言いたいことはあるけど、まず行きましょう。
Hotaru begins to walk quickly, taking the lead. I follow behind her. The mirror surface of the lake reflects the moon in the sky. As we hurry along, I'm struck by the beauty of it. The original Hotaru is barely breathing. She's so light in my arms that I had to keep looking down to make sure she's really there. Hotaru looks back at us often, but says nothing and continues walking. Finally, we all reach our destination alive. This is where all things come to fruition.
どうするの？
Hotaru, who will walk ahead of us the whole time, turns around and faces me.
どうして、オリジナルをここに連れてきたの？
For a while now, I've been talking to her at night. I look down at the original Hotaru in my arms. At first, I hated her so much that I almost wanted to kill her. But as we talked more and more, I understood that she's Minazaki Hotaru too, just like you.
そう。でも、最後にホタルを見たい、だなんて。
She smiles sadly at the Hotaru in my arms.
ずいぶん可愛くなっちゃったのね。
Hotaru. I gently shake the original Hotaru. Have we... Oh, that's not one.
ついたの。
She opens her eyes slightly and looks around. Seeing this, Hotaru steps into a nearby flower bed. Light rises from the ground. The original Hotaru sees the flock of faint lights and breathes a sign of appreciation. In the middle of the light stands the girl who shares their name. Her eyes are closed and she doesn't speak.
下ろして。
The original Hotaru mutters to me. There's no sting in her words. Her voice is tired and very weak. She's not looking at me, but at the countless faint green lights dancing in the night air. Slowly, I set her on her feet.
土の感触。
She sounds overcome with emotion simply by standing barefoot on the naked earth of the field. Hotaru is quietly watching the two of us. Noticing her gaze, the original Hotaru looks up at her, and she begins to walk forward. She walks very slowly, dragging each foot behind the other. With each step, she seems to squeeze out one more drop of her life. Hotaru. I try to lend her a hand, but
いいの。
Hotaru standing in the field won't let me. Her gaze is intense.
どれだけ苦しくても自分の力で歩きたいの。そうね。
I can't see her face from where I'm standing, but I hear the original Hotaru laugh.
私はあの暗い病室でベッドの上からまともに起き上がることすらできず、ずっと自分の力で立ち上がりたかった。また歩きたかったのよ。
As Hotaru speaks, the original Hotaru continues to move slowly towards her. They're only a few paces apart. She sways unsteadily from side to side. Many times she almost stumbles, but rights herself. She keeps walking, determined, as if the pale lights in the air are calling her. And finally, she makes it all the way. The two Hotaru stand face to face. Even though Hotaru is usually so talkative, right now they only look into each other's eyes silently. I can't speak a word either. The silence probably lasts for less than a minute, but it feels like an eternity. Finally, the original Hotaru speaks.
綺麗。ねえ、素敵な場所でしょ。この間うちの病院で亡くなった女の子の家族が私のことを話していたそうよ。看護師から聞いたけど、その女の子は両親が共働きで個室だったから寂しくしていたけれど、私が何度も訪ねてきて遊んであげていたって。もちろん私には覚えがない。
The original Hotaru laughs.
それはあなたのことなんでしょうね。あなたは1週間しかない命でそんなことをしていたんだ。
I had no idea she had been doing things like that either. Hotaru doesn't deny it. She just quietly listens to the original Hotaru's words.
お礼を言われたって。ありがとう、ありがとうって。彼女の両親はあなたのことばかり話していたそうよ。私も気分が良かった。褒められたことがじゃない。私以外の人間が死ぬと気分が良かった。死ね、みんな死ね。私は死なない。死んでやるものか。その女の子は私の代わりに死んだんだって。あの子は私の代わりなんかじゃない。
Hotaru answers her quietly.
ご両親に看取られて最後は苦しまずに笑顔で言ったんだよ。最後の嫌がらせも眉一つ動かせないか。
The original Hotaru closes her eyes and laughs softly. This time, she's laughing at herself. After a moment, she opens her eyes and looks at Hotaru again, frowning.
綺麗で眩しい。かつての 水月蛍。
Oh, she doesn't have a hugger. She lost it.
どうして私はこんなにも変わってしまったんだろう。
Actually, the one on the right looks taller, but maybe it's just because of the healthy factor. I don't know, man.
お前にできるなら私にもできるはず。健康でみんなの幸せを願い笑顔を振りまいていたかつての自分。水月蛍。
The original Hotaru stretches out her trembling arms, as if to reclaim something she's lost. But there's nothing for her hands to take. Instead, they sail around Hotaru's neck. Hotaru doesn't resist.
取り戻せないならいっそ。
She begins to strangle Hotaru. But there's not much strength left in her arms. Hotaru is struggling to breathe, but she's still standing. If she wanted, she could easily defend herself. So instead of rushing in to help her, I simply watch.
取り戻せるよ。
Hotaru's voice is strained but clear. The original Hotaru's shoulders tremble.
今からだってあと数分で終わりを迎えるかもしれなくたって取り戻せる。あなたが変われば、あなたが信じれば取り戻せる。だってあなたも私なんだもん。
Even with the original Hotaru's hand in her throat, she manages to smile. The original Hotaru stands frozen for a few moments. Then her arms drop from Hotaru's neck.
いいわ。
She looks up at Hotaru and smiles. It's a pure, genuine smile, as if a heavy weight has fallen from her shoulders. She sticks out her hand, but this time she wants to shake Hotaru's hand.
私を水月蛍をあなたにあげる。いいの？
Hotaru looks at the original Hotaru's hand, a little surprised.
いいわ。言霊であなたの方がオリジナルになれば少なくとも水月蛍は残る。
Okay, so the approach they did is the same basically, but the difference is one had consented to doing this and the other one didn't. Okay, which is very important for like the whole thematic thing about the Kotodama stuff. Anyway,
そうすれば私は思い出にある綺麗な姿のまま愛する人と一緒にいられる。
That's the idea I originally had, which should work as long as the original Hotaru accepts by Kotodama to transfer identity to Hotaru.
いい。もう疲れた。わかった。
Hotaru reaches out and shakes the original Hotaru's hand. Together, the two of them await the final words. I am he who speaks. Bane but a word, boon but a word. Granter of wishes. Kami-sama. That's not it. I muttered the words.
何？
They both react at the same surprised expression. I'm afraid I won't grant this wish. I'm only human. All the feelings that have built up in me over the summer, combined with the promise I made to Hotaru that day, They become the force that drives me to keep moving forward, never stopping.
何を言ってるの？
I didn't bring you two together so you could give up on living and finding happiness. I brought you together because two heads are better than one. Maybe if none of us could think of a solution separately, we can find one by thinking together. When I didn't know what to do, you would come and show me an entirely new path. I'm sure that we'll find a solution this time too. Even though, as Hotaru said, we only have a few minutes left.
だって私たちは同じ。違う。
Literally, Hotaru interrupts her.
同じだけど違う。あなたは私じゃない。私はあなたじゃない。私は諦めてしまった。一度でも考えなさい。ホタル、あなたは私よりも多くの経験をしたんでしょう。
She squeezes Hotaru's hand. And he smiles.
私を助けるためじゃない。何も思いつかなくてもいい。できなくても失望したりしない。でもやって見せて、あなたを解放してあげる。
Hotaru immediately begins to think. She thinks deeply. She thinks even more deeply.
言霊の力。二人のホタル。命は増えない。
She keeps thinking and muttering to herself for what seems like eons. From time to time, her eyes close, but I can see her eyeballs darting around underneath her eyelids. After a long, long time, she opens her eyes and states her conclusion.
でも私とオリジナルのあなたが違うなら、意志は二つに増えている。心には限界がない。
Soka! Hotaru and I exclaim at almost the same moment. I breathe in sharply.
同じものが二つあるから、どちらか一つだけを選ばなくてはいけない。そう考えるからいけないんだ。
You had the wrong assumptions from the beginning. It's not an either or choice. We can just undo it.
何？ホタル。
My lovely, intelligent Hotaru squeezes the confused original Hotaru's hand even tighter.
私をオリジナルのホタルとして認めて。それはもう認めた。それからあなたを消すんじゃなくて私に戻す。あなたの意志も記憶も考えも本当に全部私にちょうだい。
Oh, so it's like the previous round with an additional step that you combine the two. Oh.
元に戻るのよ。はあ。
Finally understanding, the original Hotaru sighs with a mixture of admiration and disbelief. My Kotadama can't create life force from nothing. It can't turn one thing into two. To add in one place, I had to subtract somewhere else. But if I'm just transferring something from one container to another, then simply creating a channel and guiding the flow and doesn't need much power. This is the kind of solution that's only possible by combining both my Kotadama and Hotaru's copying power.
でも何かをしくじれば命が救われたとしても私たちの心が壊れるかもしれない。
Bruh, you're both gonna die at the end of this week if you don't do anything, so it might be better than nothing at this point. No, I can do it. Despite her pessimism, my mind is made up, and I steel myself for the task. I know the answer. And the answer is that there is no answer. Nobody else can tell you how much anything is worth to you. You have to go, see, and decide for yourself. You'll never know what awaits you at your destination until you go there. And the places you visit in your search for the answer will become the signposts on your path forward. And that's how I know I can do it. I gathered the original Hotaru into my arms. You are not the real Minazuki Hotaru. Then I turned my eyes and my voice to the Hotaru standing before me. You are the real Minazuki Hotaru. With this, the foundation has been laid. I feel a heavy weight in my chest. It proves that both kotodamas have taken effect. No, it's more than that. All I did was switch definitions in their minds. Kotodamas that simple should barely take anything out of me, and yet a shudder runs through my body. This is bad. Along the way from the Byoin to this flower garden, I've been slowly feeding the original Hotaru life force to keep her alive. I didn't realize I've shaped down my own life force to such a dangerous level already. But regardless, I can't stop. Are you ready? Ignoring the chills and nausea, I checked with them one more last time. They both nod immediately.
どういう結果になるかわからないけれど、私たちの願いは同じだもの。死にたくない、生きたい、明日を見たい、道しるべを思って愛する人は同じだから。
They're already speaking in almost unison. It sounds like they're already just one person. The girls I love have placed their trust in me, and so I speak the Saigo no Kotodama. I hereby reunite Minazuki. I can't speak. My consciousness begins to fade. At a time like this? Oh shit. What happened? I hear water. I feel water lapping at my ankles. Beneath my feet, I feel rock? But I can't see anything. It's pitch black. I can't put anything into words. I can feel the water, the rock, the darkness, but I can't feel my own existence. I instinctively understand that I've reached the other side. I was so close. Just one more word. I guess I didn't make it in time. I did my best, and it wasn't enough. No, at least I did save Hotaru. I wasn't able to recombine their minds into one, but at least I was able to switch their natures so that the healthy one became the original. So that's not good enough at all. I've come all this way. I can't give up now. Even if my life is spent, my will still survives. I'm still here. It's not over yet. I have to keep moving forward as long as even one speck of me remains. But it's so dark here. I can't find my mouth, my throat, my lungs, air. Someone, please, light. I plead desperately inside my mind. And then, suddenly, a light appears at my feet, floating on the surface of the water. A water lantern. I'm startled by the sound of my own voice. A faint light of the lantern is bringing me back together.
また会おうって言ったけど、ちょっと早すぎるよ。
I'm not sure whether I'm imagining it, but I hear a voice like the sound of Suzu bells. There's nothing in this world that doesn't have a meaning. Everything is connected. But what can I do now? The light at my feet is faint, and it could disappear at any moment. All I need is to say one more word. I search for the answer in the darkness. Something I can substitute for my life force. Something precious enough to qualify. And then I realize. My hand flies to my throat. It's right there. Here is something sufficiently precious. I am he who speaks, bane by the word, boon by the word. I don't care if I can never use it again. Because I've made my decision to live as a human being. Because I promise that I, too, will find happiness. Because I have somewhere to come home to now. I know what I wish for. I want to live alongside the people I love. So I speak. By converting my Kotodama power itself into life, I hereby reunite Minazuki Hotaru. August, the height of summer. That week, the week of Kiseki, is over. And since then, another week has come and gone. This is the world after midnight, the midnight chime. It's just the same as it ever was. I keep my fingers crossed, hoping something extra fun will happen, while the world continues to turn happily, peacefully. Man, it's so hot. They say the more you complain about the heat, the hotter you'll feel. To us Kotodama users, there's no mere adage, it's a little truth. But now, no matter how strongly I desire it, I don't feel any hotter than it actually is. Of course, it hardly makes me feel cooler either. Done with looking up at the sky, I turn back to my work. After cleaning the sidewalk out front, I flip the sign on the door to open and go inside.
お疲れ様、お兄ちゃん。
Hazuki-san offers me a chilled glass of mugicha. I thankfully accept it and down it in emotion. でも暑い。
暑いというより、やばいわよね。飲み物だけのお客さんが多くなりそう。
Kakigori and ice cream are probably going to be popular orders too.
この時期はダラダラやりましょう。
Take it easy.
そうよ。人生長いんだから、肩肘張らずに自分らしく生きるのが一番なんだから。
Soka. I'm grateful for wise words from a Atarashi Kasan. But as the day goes on, it turns out our predictions were way off. Not a single customer has arrived yet. It must be so hot that everyone's trapped at home today. Even Azuki-san eventually retires to her room. Take it easy. Standing up straight at the counter while I wait for a customer to arrive, I try saying the phrase out loud, but I still don't really get it. Eventually I hear footsteps coming down the stairs. From the rhythm it sounds like Kokoro. She really needs some sleep. Is she going to school? Ohayo, Kokoro. She's so cute that I can't help but smile as I pour her a glass of mugicha. I take the cold glass and touch it to her cheek. A bizarre scream resounds through the kissa. Ohayo gozaimasu, Kokoro.
兄さん、私いつの間に1階に降りたんだっけ？
You should have came down.
おかしいな。まだ着替えてる途中だった気がしたんだけど。
She looks very confused, but I assume she fell asleep again while changing out of her pajamas. Actually, when did you change into your seifuku this morning?
あ、今日は水泳部の見学に行くの。
Suiebu?
そうそう。で、ついでに泳がせてもらうの。
We got a beach episode. It was always hinted, but there was not a single beach episode in this damn beach. Anyway. So, basically, you just want to cool down in the pool.
だって泳ぎたいんだもん。
What about Asakuan?
今日は大丈夫。お昼も友達と食べる約束してるから。
Okay. Since Natsuyasumi started, both of my shimai have been waking up at random, usually late times, so I haven't been making asagohan for them much lately. It's hot outside today, so be careful.
大丈夫だよ。
She pats her skirt pocket.
塩キャンディーあるし、泳ぎに行くんだもん。
Well, have fun then. See you.
あっと。
She starts to head for the door, then stops, turns around, and comes up to me. She stands at the door and kisses me on the lips. Oh my god, what the hell? We're still in? Oh my god, we're still in. Holy shit. But wait. Oh, wait, we're seriously dating on it at this point. Come on.
人工呼吸。
After saying something nonsensical, she immediately turns around and marches out the door. Then immediately. I hear her voice so loud that I wonder if the neighbors might complain. Jesus, Kokoro, what the hell was that? Take it easy. For a while, nothing else happens. The past several weeks have been so eventful that I wonder if this is the universe trying to pull things back into balance. Today is already shaping up to be one of those days where nothing happens at all. But before I can ponder any further, though, the front door opens and someone comes in. It's Kyoko in her Miko outfit. Irashai?
暑いです。
Yes, it is, isn't it? I'm not sure whether she's here as a okyaksa or just dropping by to visit, but I poured her a glass of mugicha anyway. Well, have a glass.
ありがとうございます。
She downs it in one go, unusually for her.
生き返りました。
So, Kyoko, what's with the Miko outfit?
すみません。帰ります。
Slow down. I'm not trying to kick you out. In fact, I'm so bored that I'll be glad to have some company.
そうですか？いえ、私はここにいろと言われれば一生ここにいてもいいですが。
It's always one extreme or the other with you. As I stare at her in disbelief, she brushes her sweaty bangs off her forehead.
その巫女服なのは神社でいつものように手伝いをしていたんです。 そろそろ夏祭りがあって盆踊りや夜店をうちで仕切るので必要なものをいろいろと買いに来て。 暑かったんです。
So, she's just taking shelter from the heat in the middle of running errands then. You don't have to always come here as a customer, you know. You're always very welcome to visit as a friend.
ありがとうございます。
She smiles awkwardly.
でもやっぱり帰ります。手伝いの途中でしたので。
Sure. I mean, if you asked me to ditch watching the kissa, so I could hang with you, I wouldn't be able to say yes either.
今度こそちゃんと遊びに来ます。友達ですから。
We sure are. I'll call you to make plans later. Talking about her attire and her work at the jinja reminds me of something important. Soyeba, Kyoko, there's somewhere I want you to take me one of these days.
はい、どこへなりとも。
You don't have to be so serious about it. I just wanted to visit Suzuka's grave.
あ
She nods.
あ、そうですね。行きましょう。でも、なんだか誠くんにしては急というか、夏にお墓参りだなんて普通のお話ですね。
Well, I've been wanting to say thank you to her.
ありがとう。追求したいわけではなかったんです。それで
She becomes flustered at my vague reply.
は、また。
Good luck with your shopping, Kyoko. I waved goodbye to her, but it seems she's not done here yet. She doesn't turn back on her way to the door either. She just doesn't budge in the first place.
その、 誠くん、たまにはお慈悲をいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
What? My grace. No, yeah, I know. I mean, this is already the second time today. As she looks up at me with eyes full of longing, I take her in my arms. I feel the curves of her body press against mine. As we kiss, I slip my hand past the folds of her clothes into her cleavage. She surrenders to my touch, moaning softly. I also want to go all the way, but no, that would be too much.
ありがとうございます。
Does this game have a harem ending? I mean, what is this? I mean, that would be cool about that, but like, actually, I'm really cool about that, but like, the story doesn't imply that's the other than we just randomly start kissing the girls at the end. Stepping away from me, she readjusts her collar and blushing deeply. No, thank you.
その
She looks down. Is it just my imagination, or is she looking at my...
私、舐めるくらいならさせてくださると。
Damn, she's so damn. Damn, she really wants to go down, literally.
おはよう。
Mana enters. Ah! Kyoko jumps at the sudden voice, and so do I.
うるさいわね。マナちゃん、こんにちは。朝の挨拶はおはようよ。
Well, it's almost noon.
私は寝起きなのよ。
Mana does seem pretty sleepy as she walks towards us from the staircase, grumbling.
というか、何をしてるの？あなたたちは。
When a beautiful girl like Kyoko comes onto you, you don't say no.
そんな美人だなんて。京子、帰りなさい。はい。
This time, she leaves right away.
待ちなさい。はい。
Leaving aside her rudeness, I don't understand why Mana would want to stop Kyoko from leaving. As I look at her confused, she walks towards me, an intent look in her eyes.
動かないで。お兄ちゃん。
Oh, I know what she's planning to do. She should have just told her to sit in the chair in the corner. And then... Mana kisses me right in front of Kyoko. She even sticks her tongue into my mouth and grows my crotch. After tormenting me for a good while, she steps back and sighs with satisfaction.
動いていい。
I groan, clutching my crotch. Man, I almost came. What? Just like that? My bro. We could try harder than that. Should have at least made her sit in the chair in the corner.
ああ、京子もまだいたのね。帰りなさい。ついでにドーナツを焼いて私を待っていなさい。はい。
She flies out of the door so fast that I'm sure she would have listened to Mana's commands even if they weren't Kotodama's. You're going to Kyoko's house later then?
3時のおやつに。
Mana looks around the kissa.
誰もいないわね。
Yeah, I don't have anything to do.
あ、そう。
She scratches her head, then gets a determined look in her eyes again.
お昼までもう少し寝るわ。
Oyasumi nasai? Then?
今のうちに寝ておけば夜が楽しみですものね。
Oh. She smiles seductively, then sticks out her tongue at me before going back upstairs. Yeah, when a beautiful girl comes onto you, you don't say no. Alright then. Back to enjoying this perfectly normal, uneventful day. That's halfway through lunchtime, and I'm starting to wonder whether we'll have a single customer today when the person I've been waiting for arrives.
ボンジュール、誠さん。
Journo. Hotaru throws the front door wide open and approaches the counter. Hey.
や
She folds up her parasol and props it up against the wall.
あ、なんですか。開店休業状態じゃないですか。
Pretty much. Though I don't know why you burst through the door like that if you're only realizing that now.
いいじゃないですか。私だってこの喫茶折り紙の臨時看板娘なんですから。
Fair enough. I don't have anything to do anyway. I start to pour yet another glass of bugicha.
喉は渇いていないので大丈夫です。
Really? Is it hot outside now?
夏は暑くて当然なものですから。
Don't you hate Natsu? I know you don't like the heat.
いいえ、私暑いの大好きです。それにあなたも大好きです。
I can't help but smile at such a direct expression of her affection. I love you too. Daisuki desu, Hotaru. She laughs oddly. Oh man, she knows. She somehow knows.
誠さん、
Nani?
浮気したら承知しませんからね。
Would never. What? What did she sense?
あ、やっぱり何かあったんだ。
You tricked me. I cradle my head in my hands.
はあ、もう困るな。私の処女を3回も奪っておいて、あれだけ愛を語って、この低たらく。
I'll never cross that final line, though. I'll defend it with my life. Okay, so as long as it's not insertion down there, it's fine. So a handy, a blow, and a hand, and a kiss, and it's fine. Is that what you're trying to tell me? What?
そんな一戦崩壊寸前のいいところではないですか。
Is that my fault, though?
日頃の行いのせいでしょうね。まあホタルもあの3人は好きですから多めに見ます。
Can we have all four of you guys in the same room?
心に限れば 3P もいいんじゃないかって思いますし。
Where is it? Where is it? Purple software. Where's that? And then on the 10th anniversary. By the way, they're gonna their 10th anniversary is this summer. This literal year. It'll be funny if they release a fan this just to complete this thing. Tonikaku, are you here as an okyakusa today, or did you just come to hang out?
遊びにですが後でお昼はいただこうと思っています。
Lunch, huh? Just let me know what you want. It doesn't have to be on the menu.
ケーキ。
I don't think that really counts as lunch.
ではおにぎりときんぴらと卵焼き。
That sounds like the kind of lunch that would fit great in an obento. I can't help but grin.
今度ピクニックにでも行きましょうか。
She smiles cutely, then looks behind me.
あずきさん、誠さん、お借りしますね。どうぞご自由に。
I wonder if Azuki-san is fully aware. Azuki-san's voice replies from the back of the house.
好き放題していいそうです。
I don't think that's what she meant by feel free. I sigh as I take out my apron. Hotaru holds out her hand to me in an elegant motion.
さあ、行きましょう。
I'd love to. Holding hands, we head outside. The air is hot. The sky is blue.
夏ですね。
Smiling, Hotaru unfurls her parasol.
何かこう最近暇ですし、人生観が変わるようなめちゃくちゃなこと起こりませんかね。
I feel like all kinds of things like that were happening until a week ago.
あんなものもう過ぎ去りし日々ですよ。
The parasol twirls around and around. Hotaru, have you noticed anything wrong since that day?
いいえ、今のところ何も。
She cocks her head as if checking if anything feels off about herself.
ただ自分のベースがどちらのホタルなのかそれがあやふやですね。 もうちょっとはっきりすると思っていたのに。
Huh. そっか。
意外とそんなものなのでしょう。
She tilts the parasol back and stretches her hand into the air.
届きそう。
Maybe you can. I look up too.
ねえ、誠さんはこの夏が終わったら旅立とうって考えていたんですよね。
Yeah, I was thinking that way back at the beginning. That was even before Azuki-san collapsed.
いいんじゃないですかね。旅に出ちゃっても
Huh?
言霊は使えなくなったみたいですけど、他の場所にもあなたを必要としている人はきっといる。あなたは前にしか歩けない人で、本当の力はその意志の強さだから。ボンボヤージュって言ったじゃないですか。
Vaguely. I didn't know what it meant though.
良い旅をです。
Soka. Wait, what? Now that I think back, there definitely was a Hotaru who said bon voyage to me once. She said it to me after she suddenly kissed me in the classroom one day. I told both the last Hotaru and the original Hotaru about that kiss, but of course I didn't mention every word we exchanged before and after. Who is Hotaru really? I hereby reunite Minazuki Hotaru. Well, oh whatever. There's no point in thinking about it. Demo, Hotaru.
はいはい。
This is a very hypothetical, but if I do go on another journey, can I make you my place to come back to?
何を言ってるんですか。
She rolls her eyes at me.
その時は私も一緒に行きますよ。
Soka. I suppress the urge to burst out laughing and simply nod instead. That's a very inviting proposal. Yes. Let's go. Together. As far as we like. This is a blessed world. Packed with full of happiness.
ずっと一緒よ。
She holds her parasol out to the sky.
秋と冬と春の空も、私はあなたの隣で見上げるわ。
I love that.
ねえ、誠さん、
Nani?
あなたは今何色ですか？
I think back to the day we first met. Back then, I wasn't any color yet. But now I know what color I am. After all, that's right here spread out in front of me. I'm the color of the summer sky.
Amatsutsumi.
Okay, and that is Amatsutsumi, and yeah, I don't feel like. No, maybe I feel like it. Maybe I'll feel it next week, but I don't know if I'm gonna check out the other routes. Part of me suddenly got that feeling that I could now after that. When did they end without like? But Hotaru just invited. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, what do I think of Amatsumi? It really hooked me. A very short story. It's nice. It's really nice. I felt like the whole. Wait, let me go system settings instead of because gallery. If I open gallery, I know there's stuff that I have to remove. It's a good story. Very short. I really wish I think it's the true end. It's what they call it, the true ending. The true ending is it's basically the same as the normal with a few more except for the scenes that where he spends time to get to know the original Hotaru. Well, they're all Hotaru anyway. But if you weren't skipping or anything, it's mostly the same as the normal one, except for like the scenes where he decides that I don't know why they had decided to go for that structure that you had to go through one ending like that, and then it's mostly like a repeat, like maybe more than like maybe 60-70% of the whole route of the true ending is the same as the normal. Obviously the difference is like he chose the wedding scene, and then he chooses the first solution. I mean, I get it, but I wish that they spent more like that being a totally different route, or at least they could probably retain 30%, not like what they did was like it feels like 60% is the same, like but I don't know. I felt like the original Hotaru. I actually because when I started like the other ending, I already understood what was going on with how I should be thinking about the original Hotaru. Like I don't know. Maybe some people just find it harder to go with like it's literally the same Hotaru. I mean, Hotaru the other Hotaru mentioned it herself that she mentions her experiences that she literally was a few days ago. She was the same person as the one from the hospital. So right then and there, I already understood that it literally is. They're both of them is the same person, and the other one's just suffering through like constant pain. That her mind just so finds it so hard to try to be the kind of person that she is before, or the kind of person that the healthy Hotaru is. So it's understandable. So, but anyway, I'm still curious about the other routes. Not gonna lie, because for the most part, it feels like the story arcs of each girl is done. I don't know if the way they structure like the other individual routes of each girl would be like they would be they're gonna bring more additional stuff to their story. I mean, for sure, there's gonna be a lot more age scenes, because I did check out like the fucking CG gallery somewhere, and I do know every one of them have more age scenes than the ones we saw. But I do wonder how you could continue the storyline. For example, with Kokoro, it's very obvious how you could continue the storyline, because right now he's been living a lie with like the whole family situation, and he could just remove the Kotonama, and how would Kokoro react, or would it even matter, or would it not matter? I mean, for Asuki-san, we already have an idea because before the Kotodama wore out, and she still accepted him. So, but what about Kokoro? You know, I don't even know how you're gonna continue Kyoko's storyline. I mean, yeah, most of their story arcs felt like they already had have been resolved. Even then, like a week after, like at the epilogue, like they still don't mind randomly ass kissing him like that, you know. Damn, Kyoko was so thirsty, man. She didn't just want to settle with the kiss. She just wanted to also suck him down, you know. Jesus, man. Oh man, whatever. Who knows? Maybe at the 10th anniversary they might announce a fan this. Kind of like what they did with with other VNs that had their anniversaries, like Mashiro Ero Symphony. 10 years later, they make a fucking route for Sana, man. That's so amazing. That's still the best thing they ever did. I don't think I've ever heard that. Maybe there are some, but I don't know. Anyway, that's it for Amatsumi. So I will go back to Kikoi. I don't know. At this point, I super doubt that they will be like releasing the other Purple Software VN that I want to read. I might check out some other Purple Software VNs after Ikikoi. For the month of February, I am expecting to play Resident Evil 9. Where is it coming out anyway? I know it's this month. Release date 27. Okay, a couple of weeks from now, so we could probably finish one route of Ikikoi, or 2 or 3. And I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to continuing the Red Guardian, quote-unquote Red Guardian read. I still want to continue the TTS thing I was doing for the finale, the epilogue of Akia's route. So right now, I'm making some TTS lines for that epilogue, and I want to just upload that. But I'll think of maybe I could do it tonight. I could go back to it because I was already I already started halfway already. No, not even halfway. I'm like 1/4 because it really eats so much time just trying to get the perfect way to get them to speak the way you want them to speak. And then Ikikoi, yeah, we're gonna go back to Ikikoi. Not gonna lie, Amatsumi just was way more interesting for me to read, but like at this point we're in the middle of a lull period, so I might as well finish what I started. So we're gonna continue Ikikoi. It's fine. I mean, I don't even know the backstory of Jesus, I already even forgot the names of the characters of the VN, man. The common route is really a good read, but maybe, I mean, it makes sense because Kaji wrote the common route. As for Amatsumi, again, just some closing thoughts. Good short story. I felt it's clear with what it was trying to say when, you have a character who has the ability who is essentially a godlike ability to make people be compelled to do whatever you want them as long as they can hear it. And he ventures out of his village, he becomes changed. He experiences the human world. He goes from someone who's considered as a god to a more human-like, and as he wants to continue, picking the true ending is him culminating his journey about learning how to be a human being. He doesn't need the powers. He just needs to be. He really, like Hotaru mentioned, he doesn't really need his Kotodama to do things. He just needs the strength of his will to be able to do things. So yeah. But what did you think about the Suzuka showing up, hearing Suzuka line? it's so silly. Like, it's a little. It can be easily misunderstood, or maybe it is correctly. It's right to understand it as it shouldn't be like that. You know, you see the water lantern. Suzuka then speaks. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to be here this early, but you know, things are connected after all. I'm like, ooh, okay. This is just so you remember that there's this thing that you can always give up your kotodama so that you can sacrifice it as well. So yeah. It's like, oh man, it's like, you know how it's like the ending of Summer Pocket's Blue Reflection Blue, man. You know, when fucking Shiki just shows up and she doesn't literally show up. She just shows up as a voice, you know, and does something similar. Something similar. I mean, not as similar as just saying, "Hey, you have this thing that you could do." Well, Shiki is more actively like, "Well, Umi, I could just bring you back." It's that kind of thing, I guess. Actually, I would rank Amatsumi kind of close to where Summer Pockets is. For a way shorter story, you get the same amount of no, I actually have way more things I feel about Summer Pockets, only because obviously it's a much more well-written story and it's longer, and it's you know, you have time for things to stew and sink in, and you know, you spend your time, everything builds up across the different routes. Here it's like very straightforward. Like I mean, I played in a way that just keeps me going and going and going and going, and then go through like every individual route. Now I'm wondering if that was a good idea that I did, but like for the most part, it feels like I'm done, honestly. So yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna upload. Who knows? I might actually, I might read Ikigo and be like, I rather read Kokoro's Route at this point. So I might upload that. So I might continue. But if I don't, you know, yeah, this is a recommended read for me. Yeah. Anyway, that's it with Amatsumi. I'll see you guys on the next upload or stream. Ciao.
あなたは光を求めてたどり着く先に今もかけらのように揺れる可能性求めあまた繰り返しだけど信じているからずっとこの先もそれはホタルのように儚くても切なくても輝き続けてい
1999年の7月終わらないんだよ。20日に世界が終わる。いい？今から飛ぶのよ。力を取り戻すために、世界を救うために。20日に世界が終わるのに突然なんてありません。こんなことをやっていていいのでしょうか。世界が生まれた時から定められたことなのです。
聞くがよい。世界は20日で動くものだもよ。これは紛れもない真実だ。
全てを知り、そして全てを知らない間宮君が
昨日はしゃぎすぎた皆さん、レスキュー開始。モーニングレスキュー、モーニングレスキュー、モーニング。
辛い朝を救え、ウコンの力、モーニングレスキュー。
補充しよう。
Happy birthday to you.
いつかたどり着けるきっと君に寄り添うため何度もすれ違いそれでも信じて
You know, oh shit, I forgot that was about what I was about to say. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, the Ace sheet. Oh yeah, the fucking original Hotaru Ace sheet. Holy shit, that was so good, man. Should you guys should really watch it. It's a shame I had to cut it out, but like, god damn, that was so good. It's basically mandatory. Go watch it, man. It's the best shit ever. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Ciao.